Donald Trump should be banned from the real estate industry for life. That's according to New York Attorney General Tish James. That argument made by her team in a letter to the judge overseeing Trump's civil fraud case. That judge, Arthur Engoron, has already ruled that the ex-president has committed fraud. In the letter to Judge Engoron, James's office cited a federal appeals court ruling affirming the notorious so-called farmer bro, Martin Shkreli's lifetime ban from the pharmaceutical industry. They say that the ruling against Shkreli sets a precedent for banning Trump from his respective industry, since the same law is at issue in the Trump civil fraud trial. Trump's lawyers responding in just the last hour, saying that the attorney general's comparison shows her, quote, obvious frustration with Trump's front-running ascent towards the White House. Joining our conversation, MSNBC legal analyst Lisa Rubin, who has been covering this case for us since the beginning. Lisa, do you think that ruling against Shkreli yesterday boosted Tish James's case to ban Trump from real estate for life?
It certainly gave Arthur Engoron more ammunition with respect to his opinion should he choose to impose a lifetime ban. Part of the problem here, Alicia, is Executive Law 6312. That's the New York law under which Donald Trump is facing claims in the New York Attorney General civil fraud trial. Isn't one that has been litigated extensively. And so in citing this new federal appeals court ruling with respect to Shkreli's lifetime ban, I don't think Tish James is trying to compare Donald Trump to Martin Shkreli so much as provide additional support for the ways in which 6312 can be implemented in terms of remedies. And at the closing argument, Tish James's folks said, look at this district court ruling imposing a lifetime ban on Martin Shkreli in the pharmaceutical industry. This is just them telling Judge Engoron, hey, that decision we were referring to last month, another judge or a three-judge panel here has upheld that, and it's likely to stick. I think that's powerful, but I also think that the letter that Chris Kise and his team sent to Judge Engoron today is likely to backfire legally and yet have good reverberations for them politically.
Any sense when we can expect a ruling from Judge Engoron?
You know, Judge Engoron said that he wanted to issue an opinion by January 31st. Obviously, we're coming very close to that date. Whether he meets his self-imposed deadline is unclear. I'll be watching next week, Alicia, as you will be. But I think the most important thing to emphasize for our viewers is it's a self-imposed deadline, not one that he has to meet for reasons of any law or regulation. So we'll see.
I was struck, you know, when I'm not texting with you, I'm following you on Twitter, and you pointed out to us an exchange that happened in that courtroom where there was also a question from the judge of whether or not they thought this was comparable to Bernie Madoff, right? And one of the things that the prosecutor said was, we are talking about a heavily regulated industry, right? We often focus on what this means for Donald Trump, what this means for his brand, what this means for his business. There's also the question of the message that it sends to an entire industry and to other would-be Donald Trump grifters.
Absolutely. And part of the reason that criminal law exists isn't just to punish the wrongdoers. It's to deter other people who are contemplating wrongdoing themselves. And what Kevin Wallace was saying in that moment is, look, it's similar in the sense that banking is a heavily regulated industry. Insurance is a heavily regulated industry. Those are the places where Donald Trump's fraud allegedly happened, according to the AG. Madoff obviously was in the financial industry, similar in that respect. But I want to point out one dissimilarity that doesn't advantage Donald Trump. It's that Bernie Madoff profusely apologized and accepted responsibility when he pled guilty to federal crimes. And we have seen nothing approximating repentance from one Donald J. Trump.
I've got about 30 seconds left, Lisa, but where do you see this case in the larger milieu of Trump's cornucopia of legal troubles?
I think it's one that's likely to really vex him, along with the E. Jean Carroll trial that's still ongoing. Why? Because Trump said in a deposition in April he has about $400 million in cash on hand. The two judgments between them could wipe out all of that cash if enforced.
My friend.